start with these first. Hey Jamie, how you doing? Happy Thursday. All right. Hey Sharonique, how you doing? Good, glad to hear. All right, let's get the other channels up. Okay. Hey Jasmine, Danette, how you doing? All right. Hey y'all, what's up? Hey y'all, hey. Hello. All right, cool. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Zen. And today I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hello, Collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in my description box below. Okay, this is a spiritual message. All right, so this definitely for sure won't resonate with everybody. Please keep in mind that this is a collective read. Everything that I'm going to mention to you today is not going to resonate. Okay, take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, again, this is a spiritual message today. Channel message here is they're not telling the truth about this root worker that came up against you. Okay. Now, for whoever it resonates for, there was someone that loves to play in dark energy. They love it, they love it, they love it. All they do is play in it. If they can live in it, they'll live in it. But the way that they play with dark energy is very negative. And just because I say the word dark doesn't mean that it's always negative. There's a positive side of dark energy and there's a negative side of dark energy. The positive side of dark energy, for instance, will be an unborn baby being grown within a mother's tummy or stomach. That's one aspect. Another aspect is seeds being planted within the soil, which is dark, you know what I mean? So that's another positive aspect. So I want to make that very clear. This person was playing with dark energy on the negative side of things to the point where it actually got them up out of here, okay? There's a group of individuals, so it could be co-workers, it could be friends, it could be ex-lover and their crew, whoever, however, just take it how it resonates for your story. But there was a group of individuals that felt like that they could all come together and pay a person to do some form of, I'll just say lower level spell work towards you. Again, please keep in mind, this is a collective read. It's not going to resonate with everybody, okay? This is also a spiritual message. And a lot of things start to happen when it came to this root worker. This root worker came off as if they knew it all or they're a know-it-all. They always try to belittle or berate individuals when it comes to them going to them for some form of service or practices. I don't really feel that the individuals that were following this root worker or this false root worker here was aware that this was a false person. But as things start to progress in regards to them coming together to pay this person to do things towards you here, sadly, everyone has been mistaken to the point where now that this root worker is actually deceased or has pre-transitioned, but they're not telling the truth as to how and why this root worker transitioned. And I'll explain that. A couple of messages that came through for me were Ruffles, cheddar chips, H. pylori. I believe H. pylori is like diarrhea or something like that, or bacteria. I don't know, something like that. I've seen that before. I think it's a form of bacteria or virus. Bannister, Bannister. Someone may love David Banner. Maybe you've met David Banner. There's something about someone's actual banister, the handle, that you walk, that you used to go up and down the steps, that actually broke. So I felt like someone, they were holding on to the banister, and they may have missed their step, but someone fell and really hurt themselves really bad, to the point where there could be a broken leg. Someone was coming down the steps and they fell and they broke their leg. An older person or elder person, okay? Then also someone's home is in complete shambles. They're not talking about that. Also, what they're not speaking about is that they actually sleep in their car. So someone maybe putting on a show or a facade that everything is a-okay, but actually everything's not a-okay. This is someone's karma that I'm speaking about. Could be those group of individuals, take it how it resonates, but there's someone here that's currently lying about their place of residence. And it's because of all of what's happening here. So again, I'll break it down. So there was a root worker that they felt very comfortable. They thought was very knowledgeable when it comes to spirituality, and things transpired to where this root worker wasn't able to more so fulfill this expectation of this so-called group here. And the expectation of the group here was to more so do things towards you to kind of slow you down or to keep you from doing things. So this read is more so for individuals that has like a spiritual religious background. If you offer like services and things of that nature, this message is more so for you, okay? I feel like there's people that may have noticed that you're very different from them, and they didn't like the fact that your practices, or more so your services, they didn't like what you had to offer. So they did a lot of things to kind of slow down your process or impede more so on your financial process here or your financial success here, and they couldn't do it by themselves. So this is where they had the grand idea to pay this person, or this more so root worker here, to come up against you. As this root worker started to come up against you here, things started to happen, not only in the root worker's life, but other people, the people that paid for the services to get this person to do this towards you here. Now, this root worker was telling others that they have gotten sick from some form of like cancer or something like that, but it was actually a blowback to the spell work that they were doing. See, these are the things that a lot of people don't speak about for whatever reason. I don't know. I will never understand why people feel so comfortable doing dark things towards innocent people. And then when things are out in the open here, it's like they have a whole different persona or a whole different, oh, no, I would never, and no, to me, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're going to be fake all the way, 100. Don't be half-assing it, and, but that's just my perspective on it. There's some form of ailment, and as I mentioned to you guys, I've been talking about this for the past 3-4 years, if you've been following me for that long, that most of the individuals that have done something harmful towards you is going to show up within their health. So it could be their eyes going bad, going blind. They may have like congenital heart failure. They may have something going on with their reproductive area. They may have like diabetes. They may be having thrombosis, deep vein thrombosis. They may have a head injury. Like, you're going to see it. I don't know how to sugarcoat. I don't know how to sugarcoat anything. That's just what it is. Because all these individuals came up against you to cause some form of bodily harm towards you just because you were doing something different than them. You separated from them. Take that how that resonates. But they always felt that they, like 3 heads were better than one. They always thought that because they're always thinking that they're smarter than you. People that work in, how can I put that? People that work in herd type environments makes me side eye them a lot, because not every group of individuals that you may connect with might not be best for you to be around with, or to be intermingling with. And I just feel like that your spirit, or it could be also your higher self, were nudging you that it was time for you to separate from these individuals again. It could be friends, it could be co-workers, it could be family, however it resonates. And when you were accepting it for what it was, things start to shift. This is why this root worker was paid to come in to do some certain things towards you here, because they really trusted this root worker's appearance, their reputation, and their knowledge. But to be honest, they didn't really have a lot of knowledge to beat you. And this may sting a bit, but it is what it is. This person is not here anymore. This root worker has passed, has pre-transitioned. And they're not speaking about as to why or how did it happen. It happened because of backfired spell work, for them lying on you and getting this person who also got on the bandwagon to do silly things towards you here. And it has backfired onto that person that was paid the money. I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it over and over until it sticks. You don't know who walks with who. Some people may take that as a threat. Some people may not, however it resonates. You don't know who walks with who. I sincerely and genuinely, when I mean it, when I say this, stop fucking with people. Leave people alone. Stop bothering them. Stop messing with them. Stop gossiping about them. Leave them alone. Leave them be. But some people don't know how to let things be. I'll even spit it in this way. When you allow to let things be, you're in the flow of things. Just let it be. Let it ride. Let it go. Let it flow. No. You got these individuals who want to come in and manipulate how you should see things or live life or make money. I mean, it'd be the most frivolous things that people can become so envious or jealous of. You're jealous of money. You're envious because someone is making a little bit more money than you. You're envious because that person was able to afford a better car. You're envious because someone can get into a nicer neighborhood, or, whatever the stipulations are. But the reason why, to be able to sit down and to dissect the true reason why people be envious of other people, is so freaking childish. It's childish. You envy and jealous a person because they got themselves together, meaning you got yourself together. If you're not, you will soon. But you're doing all that you can to ensure that you can live that optimum, fruitful, abundant life that you so ever fucking deserve. And yes, I cussed. You deserve to live the grandest life that you choose for yourself. And no one should be in the middle or try to put any type of blockages in your way. No one. I don't care who it is. And sometimes, or maybe not even sometimes, many times, people have to learn. And this is a big lesson for this person to learn, or these group of individuals to learn, to stop bothering people. They're always ready and amped up and happy to talk about what they do to cause someone's downfall. They're so quick and ready to celebrate that. But the moment that it falls right into their lap, they have no words. They quiet. You can hear pin drops. Shoot, you probably can hear raindrops. You probably hear their little bitch ass teardrops falling down their face. No words. Silence. Want to be hiding. Make it make sense. So now that they are fully aware as to what's happening, but the community or whoever, however it resonates for you, boo, other people are going to be aware as to why and how this person has pre-transitioned here because of backfired work that they should have never done in the first place. When it comes to you, Divine Collective, you literally are the epitome of being in your own lane. You don't be looking at what other people got going on. You tend to yours. You clean yours. You protect your lane. You do everything possible to ensure that your lane is completely smooth, meaning you are always minding your business. You ain't worrying about what other people are doing. But you got some a-holes that feel because you're minding your business, that minding your business, meaning you minding your business, is too much for them to handle. They want some time. They want some attention. They want whatever energy or time that you can give to them so you can basically put your life on hold. These are what these individuals are. They come into your life to infiltrate your life, to put your life on hold. Everybody, and I mean everybody, wants the same thing or the same goal: success, whatever that resonates or however that resonates for you. Everybody wants some form of success, but most are not equipped or capable of thinking that they could be successful. So when you have the rare and unique ones like you that are successful in whatever it is that you do with your life here, they see that as a threat, and now they're trying to do everything possible to oppose you by placing obstruction and oppression in your path. Meanwhile, you are basically minding your business while you're on your path. So these individuals thought that they could come into your path, infiltrate your path, and do something very harmful or foolish towards you here, and they got the backfire of their life. See what happens when you mind your business and you just do what you need to do for self? That's the power of protection. And these individuals came up against your protection. They didn't know anything, not one thing about it. They thought they knew you, but they didn't know you at all. Looks can be very deceiving, as I always say. You don't know who walks with who, and it's really best to not judge a book by its cover. Just because it may look a certain way doesn't mean that's what it is. Leave it alone. Why are you poking and prodding at something that you have no information or knowledge about? Leave it alone. If you see a snake in the wild and that snake big as heck and it's coming up to you, to your chest, you go, oh my God, let me see. I'm going to, no, I'm getting to safety. I ain't got time to be researching no damn snake. I see the snake. The snake pulled up his head. That, to me, the stance is like, okay, I need to get to safety. I'm getting the hell up out of Dodge. I'm not doing all that. But those are the type of individuals that will see the snake and will start to throw things at the snake and taunt the snake and throw sticks and rocks and things. And then finally, when the snake strikes back, oh my God, I got bit. I didn't know it was going to happen. It just doesn't make sense, man. It just doesn't make sense. Anywho, it's when it comes to spiritual karma, it's open season for them or on them. They can't get away from this karma, despite them paying this false root worker to do this work towards you here. It was very dark. They all decided that this person was going to be the go-to. They were going to pool their money together to give this person to do this towards you here. And the person that they paid was like, okay, when y'all want me to do it? In that kind of way, because they came off as if they knew what they were doing, and clearly not, because they're not here anymore. And because this root worker has pre-transition based on what they have done towards you here, now this group is afraid. Afraid to know that if and when something going to happen to them. These are the things people don't talk about. People don't talk about the harsh karma in regards to what, we'll say, evildoers do. They don't talk about that part. When people get caught in their karma, the karma is so catastrophic, it stuns them to the point where they don't even have any words. They can't even say anything. That's what's happening here. You don't know how to express what they're going through. It's too harsh. And they also didn't know that because they gave money, money is energy, right? Money is a tool, money is energy. That's what they use as a form of reciprocation to get something done harmful towards you when you didn't do anything to these individuals. The reciprocity was them giving money in exchange for causing harm to you when you didn't do anything towards them. It says cry. It's like they're all cried out. Many people, when they're in trouble, and I'm specifically speaking about the ones that know they're in trouble. That's who I'm specifically speaking about. When they realize that they're in trouble, they're going to do everything possible to put on their best face moving forward, especially if they have to deal with the public. When someone that knows that they're guilty of whatever that they have done, they have to blend in to ensure that they don't stick out. So they do everything possible to ensure that you can't catch on in regards to what they have done. Despite them doing the things, you probably can still see, if you're able to see or pinpoint, you can still see that they're fidgety, they're very antsy, they're very nervous, they're very anxious. You know, they're doing things to actually put the attention on them because it's erratic behavior. It's they can't regulate themselves. They're looking over their shoulders. They're paranoid, things of that nature. Are you okay? I don't know you. Why y'all come on here bothering me? Get away. Okay, bye. Who else? Okay. Like, I don't care. What are you talking about? Anywho, let's keep going. Oh. I ain't gonna lie, that actually make me feel that she want to argue with me. Why you want to argue with me? Anyway, we got facts. I just summed it up basically as to what I stated here, is that when people know that they're in trouble, they're going to do everything possible to more so put on their best foot moving forward here. But they're all cried out to the fact that you are aware as to what's going on behind the scenes. You're fully aware of what's going on amongst these individuals within this group setting here. And that terrifies them to no end. Terrifies them to no end because they really thought that they have cloaked themselves from you. But yet, once again, as I mentioned, someone's name is Margaret or Marguerite, or Mark or Marcus. I mentioned that they had, so let's just say hypothetically, there are 5 people. And these 5 individuals separately were trying to project something onto you, praying against you, throwing spell work, whatever, okay? And they weren't able to do it by themselves, so they all came together as a group and paid someone, a root worker, to do the actual work. And when that root worker started to do the work, they end up sick, or they got very sick to the point where they passed away. And it spooked this group of individuals here. That's important for you to know. I said that. I said each of them, they could not beat you by themselves. They needed a lot of people within a group setting. They needed a lot of hands on deck. True. They needed a lot of hands on deck to beat you. And it didn't work out in the way that they anticipated. Interesting. But the funny thing is, they didn't know the rules when it came to coming up against you that kind of way. The rule here was touch not my anointed. That was the rule. But they didn't see the rule, or maybe they broke past the rule. Did that make sense? First though, let me reiterate what I stated. I said this is a collective read. This is what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. That's a pet peeve of mine. I continuously said this is a collective read. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Not everything that I'm going to mention to you is going to resonate. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. Going back to this rule here in reverse. They didn't know the rules. Or maybe they broke the rules. But the rules here was that to touch not my anointed. And they tried to touch you. They did. And when they tried, they got the biggest blowback in their life. It says fall. It says fall. I'm sorry. You don't, maybe you do understand. Some of you guys may not. For the ones that don't understand, when it comes to really protecting yourself spiritually, you have to make sure that you do. It is a vicious game out here when it comes to people trying to break down your protections. They will do whatever they need to do to break down your protections. Like they make it their lifelong duty or their mission to break you down. And if you can't protect yourself, if you can't protect your mental state, if you can't protect your emotional state, if you can't protect your physical state, your spiritual state, then you're just going to be left with nothing but a shell. And that's what they want. So it's imperative that you always make sure that you are protecting yourself. First and foremost, most important thing. So for them to do this towards you, they fell. They're still falling. Someone's home's in shambles. Someone sleeps in their car and they're lying about their place of residence. They're very ashamed as to what's going on. But again, the reason why this is going on is because their leader, their root worker, that was their supposed leader, they're not here anymore. They transitioned out. So it's basically like the universe sent them a huge warning that if they don't stop, that could potentially happen towards them here. And they did not stop. Again, this is the part of spirituality or the karmic part that a lot of people don't speak about. Why? I don't know. As I mentioned, there's huge consequences to the actions that a person can take. I always say that. And they took on a huge consequences based on what they wanted to do towards you here, and everyone is affected. You don't know how karma's going to work out. You don't. You don't. Karma's very tricky. Just as like how they were trying to be very tricky towards you. So, like I keep saying, fair exchange ain't no robbery. If you could be tricky towards someone innocently, but behind their back, well then, I mean, then the universe and karma's going to treat you the same way. So what's the issue? They can't get mad at you for what they've done towards you. That's what they wanted to do, and they getting handled and tossed like some chicken wings, like some Parmesan chicken wings. Yeah, they getting tossed up, boo, like some airlight popcorn. They getting tossed up, and they can't handle the tossed up. They getting taxed. And it's a lot that they can't compute or they can't solve. It's a lot of mathematical complications that's going on here. It's a lot of tax that they have to pay back. Yeah, you know, sometimes when you pay for your taxes and you do your taxes, you may owe. Well, they owe a lot. Karmically, spiritually, energetically, they owe a lot. Yes, it's hot. It's hot. Didn't DMX say hell is hot? Don't he even have a sound, not a soundtrack. He has a CD, right? I think one of his albums was Hell is Hot, I believe. Well, yeah, hell may be hot, but they're literally living hell on earth. Remember, everything is within the mind. And if you're not at peace within your mind, you're gonna live in a very hell-like state within your mind. Going back to why they try to make you go insane or be unwell. Okay, thank you. It's dark and hell is hot. Thank you. Yes, thank you. It's important to ensure that you're not hot-headed. You're very level-headed or cool, calm-headed. That makes sense. Because being hot-headed allows you to do things that might not be in your best interest. And they were doing a lot of things that pushed them, or more so, they jumped the gun many times when it came to you. They're always jumping the gun when it comes to you. They don't know you. They don't know when they should pull the actual trigger. They just know they should do it. And every time they should just do it, they fail. They don't ever know when is the right time to attempt to attack you. And every time they keep doing it, the taxes just keep adding up. It just keep adding up for them. Just adding up and adding up and adding up. Now they want help. Help for what? Oh, man. Yeah. Man. Okay, I'll put it this way. Map. So, like X marks the spot. Oh, X marks the spot. Like, let's say you found a treasure map, and this map, you open up the map or the scroll up the map, and it gives you directions to get to a treasure. It's like the everything points back to them. Is basically what I'm saying, which is why they're calling out for help, or they need help, or they're wanting help. They're asking for help. They're not asking people, they're asking spirit. That's what they're asking. Ooh. And spirit's been really cold, or, you know, they're not receiving the response that they thought they would. We have grow in reverse. So because they're not receiving the response that they're asking from spirit or God or universe, but there's like a person here that's heavily praying for forgiveness or repenting. Yeah, they're calling upon a higher source or higher spirit for help, and they're not getting it. They've done this a long time. Dang, a long time ago. Since this person has passed, it could be a long time ago. So however that resonates, could be 5 months, could be 5 years, could be between 5 months and 5 years. Take it how it resonates. But they've passed a while ago, and cannot is here. So they cannot, and purple's actually spirit. So they're asking for help, they're calling out for help, but they can't get the help that they're asking for. So we also have carefully as well too. So it's like they've been careful not to rock the boat, or more so careful in regards to the type of prayers that they have been saying, but their prayers are not being it's not being granted. It's not. They even went as far as when this false Rootworker passed, they even went as far as trying to channel or do mediumship with this root worker that transitioned over, but that root work is in purgatory. I don't know if y'all know what that is. It's like a dark space to kind of determine where they're going to go. If they're going to stay, if they're going to be stuck, or they're going to be able to move forward. This energy is in purgatory. They're stuck between realms, like a sunken place in like the after spirit, so the aftermath. I ain't gonna go too deep into that. But they were trying to get information or intel or insight from that energy, and that energy is in suspension. It can't be, like they're trying to rock it out of suspension, like this dark space, and it can't be done. I'm really realizing that a lot of people really, truly don't know anything about spirituality because of the recklessness and the ignorance that they really push out. It's crazy. Like how don't you not know this? I don't get it. Even spirit has a funny way of showing things. You see, cell is here. It could be like a cell block, or being held up, or being in suspension, because if someone is in a cell, they're not able to run out. They're not able to go anywhere. They have to be stuck. Run is in reverse. So they're trying to run, or they're trying to hide from you, which is odd because you didn't do anything to them. So why would they need to hide from you? Because they knew exactly what happened to this root worker. They knew. And the $1 million question is for them, am I next? That's all they keep asking. So they keep doing things towards you because they feel like you're coming for them. Y'all probably didn't even know this was going on behind the scenes. That's how strong your protection is, and when you mind your business. Y'all got to remember, they're not going to come towards you. And I understand and I can sympathize what you're saying. They need to come at me. I get it. But they're not going to come at you. That's why they're doing projection magic and spell work and all other types of foolish things. That's why they're preying down on you, so they don't have to be around you when you fall. This is what they were anticipating or expecting from you. They were expecting for you to fall, and they see it far away. No, that's not how it's going to work for them. That's how it's going to work for you, because you're going to be elevating, and the more that you elevate, the more you're going to have a overview, picture perfect view as to what's happening to them. This is when they're going to start to become more aggressive towards trying to apologize towards you. If you receive a call, phone number, or not even a phone call, it could be whatever type of communication mode there is, text message, social media, whatever, however, they're going to reach out to you. That's going to be your strong indication that they cannot handle the karma. Strong confirmation that they can't handle what they put out. They're going to be begging you for this to stop, or begging you for forgiveness. And once again, they feel like the forgiveness that you're supposed to give to them is going to make this stop. Don't let this stop at all. Do not. Please don't. Let them sit there and squirm like the worm that they are. Let them sit there and squirm like the little snake that they are. Let them squirm. Let them know what it feels like to be in a position where they feel like they can't get anywhere. Let them know what that feels like. They weren't hearing what you had to say. They weren't hearing anything. So now they have to feel. Several of them. Several of them. Then you have cat. Cat to me represents in this instance afraid. You know how when a cat's afraid that the back really extends and starts to hiss. Yeah, they're on notice. Oh man, they don't notice. Did not say they work together with the Three of Pentacles, but Three of Pentacles is in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse, working together, but they're in disharmony. They refuse to learn. Well, they were very shocked by this Rootworker's passing. They really were. They were very shocked. Shocked to the point it scared them. It really did. Because they really thought that this Rootworker knew what they were doing, and he did not. That's that super ego. That super ego could get you really hurt. For real. Don't have a super ego. It's not worth it. So we have the Five of Wands here. And they started to argue. Thank you, El Shady. They started to argue and fight. Well, I thought you said this was going to work, and you said it, you said it, you said, and people looking at each other. I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with them. They don't want to deal with you, or they don't want to deal with your spirit team. Eight of Cups. Now people are leaving. Everybody went their separate way or going their separate way, which is exactly how the karma is going to hit. Man, these people don't even know what's getting ready to happen, bruh. We got judgment here. Man, they have no idea. They think they were laughing at you. They think they were laughing at you. High priestess or high priest, you know, or you soon to know, you're going to get strong confirmation. You're going to come back and you're going to tell me. You are. The Magician with the Four of Wands here. A lot of things are shaking up in their life. There's one of them within this group setting here. They may do Uber or drive Uber or Lyft. They may get in a... Yep. They're going to get in a really bad accident. Real bad accident. May total their car and get them, you know, it's bad. It's bad. There's someone within that group that do, they may do tarot too, oracle too, 10 of swords and 6 of wands. Oh, okay. Okay. Somebody was doing a lot of car magic or car spells to get you to get into a car accident or a fender bender is going to happen to them. I'm just a messenger. Oh, look, revealed, the moon. Could be a Cancer. Could be a mother figure or someone that's a mother, however that resonates. Wow, 5 of Cups. Okay, Spirit. So it seems like, so since everybody's separated, everybody's getting the karma that they deserve, but it's like harsh. So this one got that, and that one, and that one, and that one. They're in their own lane in terms of karma. And it's gonna be very, 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 very harsh. Very harsh. They're not gonna be able to, they're not handling this well. This is too much. It's too much. It's too much. They can't handle it. And the person they paid the money to, they're not here. The blowback was so harsh or so catastrophic. That root worker pre-transitioned, and they're still getting the remnants, or they're still feeling the remnants from this backfire because they gave money to this root worker to do foolish things towards you. Ain't that something? Again, people don't know how karma works. You don't know how it's going to play out. You don't. That's why I highly advise y'all not to get negative karma. Don't do nothing negative. I always encourage you, do something great. Don't do something negative. Do something great. I prefer you do something great, not negative. And they were very jealous of your greatness, or they were envious of your greatness. And because of how great that you are great. You'll always be great. If you're on the right side of things, you're going to always be great. I'm going to always say that. They decided to do negative things towards you, and they are literally, they're paying. The saying one life to live or one life to give, it's a true statement. Let's say 95% of the time is a true statement. You can't play with your life trying to destroy other people. You cannot. I mean, you can, but I'd highly advise you not to do that. Do not put your life at risk for no one. They place their whole life on the line for you. Do you hear how grand that is? That's a lot. That someone is willing to put their life on the line, on hold, to come and harm yours or destroy yours. That's crazy. That tells me right there, they don't have a care for their own life. So if they don't have a care for their own life, you think they're going to have a care for yours? I mean, look what they're doing. They literally put their life on the line to play with spirits. Play, not working with them, playing with them. And we all know when you play something, it involves a form of a game. A manipulated or altered, controlled game or state of a game. That's a play. Oh, let me press play. Okay, I just manipulated this. I just altered this button by pressing play. Oh, it's playing now. Now you're going to start to see changes, channels, states. Don't play with your life. I know y'all don't. But for the ones that's just waking up, don't play with your life. Don't have other people getting you involved in their foolish games. Because this outcome or ending is very foolish. Very, very, very foolish. And they have to pay for that with what they offered up or what they gave away, their life. Literally and figuratively, spiritually too. You got to give up something to get something, right? Why in the hell would you offer up yourself to destroy another person or to harm another person who ain't messing with you? Make it make sense. I don't like you and I don't like you and I don't like you, so I'm going to do something. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So they have to pay. They have to make up for what they taxed, what they took from others, and what they took with other people's time and energy and money. They took that away from other people to do harmful things towards you. Okay. There are many different types of payments that one can make. Don't pay with anything when it comes to your life. Nothing at all. Don't use your life as no token. Don't use your life as no damn dollar bill, twang. Nothing. Don't. Because that's going to come back onto you. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, why I get here? Oh my God, I can't get out of this. I'm tired and I ain't got no energy for myself and I can't this and I can't that. Don't put yourself in this position. Don't. Seven of Swords. In reverse. Caught red-handed because they ignored the warning signs. You separating from them wasn't enough warning for them. To them, it was a sign of disrespect because you disconnected from them. I didn't know that I couldn't leave. I didn't know that. I didn't know I had to be harmed because I left a situation. I say that generally, collectively speaking. I didn't know I could be reprimanded for seeing a situation in the way that it's playing out and I get hurt or harmed for that. That's crazy. We got strength in reverse. Could be a Leo. Or they feel weak. They feel insecure. They don't know how to get out of this. To get out of it is to go through it. Like anything. To get out of something, one must go through it. That could be spun in many different ways. To get out of something, you have to go through it. You can try to shimmy yourself around it. You can try to avoid it. You can try to run away from it. You can try to sidebar it. You can try as much as you want. But in order for you to get through something, you have to go through it despite whatever that is. That's the only way you're going to get out of it. And they know for a fact they're not going to be able to get out this karma. They know that. But yet they're the one that created it. They created the karma, but they don't want to go in the karma that they create. Come on. And then they don't even stand the chance against you. Like, you and your team. What would make them think that because you by yourself, you're not protected? So what, you chop liver? So you just basically just walking this earth just aimlessly with no protection. Is that what they thought? Or maybe they just assumed their protection or their perception of protection when it came to you is because they don't physically see someone near you. That means that you're not protected. Okay. Whatever, karmic. And that could be the reason why they felt to attack you spiritually, because they see you mundanely in the 3D. You don't have friends, you don't have family, you don't have anyone that can be around you to help protect you here. So they automatically assuming spiritually that they can cause judgment on you, which doesn't make sense to me, but okay, whatever. How are you going to call judgment on someone that didn't cause harm towards you? How are you going to call judgment on someone that didn't do anything towards you? How are you going to call judgment, period? What are they calling judgment on? You can't just call judgment because you want to call judgment. You're going to look like a fool. Because mainly 10 times out of 10, those are the individuals that are the ones that have all the swords that's sticking in their back. They are, not you. And I rest my case. It say tower and it say justice. I truly rest my case. Oh my goodness, man. They are something else, child. Ten of Swords, judgment, justice, and the tower. I really rest my case. No, not your swords. These swords are for them unless you're doing something negative, because I'm speaking specifically about the individuals that tend to hide their swords behind their back. These are the ones that are barely moving in life. They will never show you the back of their backs. Never. Because that's where they hide all their lies. They're going to always have their back facing the wall. Figuratively, literally, metaphorically. They will never ever turn their back on you. Does that make sense? In that kind of way. Specifically when they hold all of their swords on their back. So the moment that you're able to see them from a different point of view or different perspective, i.e. they're on the floor with all of the swords on their back. There you go, the burdens. Thank you. Wolfwalker on Instagram states those will become heavy burdens. They already are the heavy burdens. You just can't see it, or they're doing everything possible to ensure that you can't see it. This is overwhelming karma, judgment, 10 of Swords, justice, and the tower. Come on, this is heavy hitters. This is heavy. This is heavy hitters. This is correctly heavy hitters. So heavy that the Rootworker pre-transition, and they're still feeling the remnants from what the Rootworker tried to do towards you. That's heavy hitters. Who they think they fooling? Not you. Once again, you don't know who walks with who. Learn to see people and leave them be. Yo, this is funny as hell. Listen, this is funny as hell. And the reason why the karma is so harsh is because you were truly innocent. Truly, 100%. Why is this happening to me? Why is it so harsh? Because you came after an innocent person. The collective don't like you, Karmic, and that's their right. And the collective decided not to do anything harmful or baneful towards it, so we move forward. But you felt some type of way, so you want to come behind us, behind our back. See, we will show people our back when you're walking away. And a lot of people don't like when you do that, when you show them the back of you. Your back is strong, it's protected, okay? It's supported, metaphorically, physically, literally speaking. They didn't like the fact that you didn't have swords on your back. Or they didn't like the fact that you wouldn't carry their swords on your back. So what did they do? When they had the swords and you turned your back, they tried to throw the swords and the daggers onto your back. They tried to burden you with the swords that they had on their back onto yours. That's what they tried to do. And they did it aimlessly. They just shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, I can't believe you turned your back on me and you da-da-da-da. The whole time they was carrying these swords and they were so overly burdened. They were. They wanted to release it. And the only way they could release it is through projection and hurling and throwing things onto you, because they want what they were doing towards you. They wanted it to stick onto you. No. That ain't gonna work, little dog. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Eight of Swords. That ain't gonna work, little dog. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Look, Eight of Swords and Ten of Swords. Look at that. Eight of Swords and Ten of Swords. Wowzers. Wow, okay, Nine of Swords. That's a lot of swords. 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. That's a lot of swords. First, they get stuck. Then they're in their mind. And because they're so heavily in their mind, the swords that is weighing heavy on their mind in their back, they're now being crushed by their own swords. And then here we got the 8, 9, and 10. Then you have not only that, you also have Justice, Tower, and Judgment. This is harsh. This is harsh. They're not getting away with this. They're not getting away with this. They have no idea. They have no idea. They have no idea. They have no idea. I think that's the scary part, that they don't know. And they thinking everything is okay. And that was just phase 1. That was phase 1. We have 3 of Swords. My cards are starting to stick, but 3 of Swords. This is a lot of swords that they threw at you. Yes, they did. They tried their hardest to break you down, to cut you down. They tried, and they tried. They tried to cut you down. They did. And they thought that they can believe. So we have eel and praying mantis. Eel represents a shocker. Praying mantis is praying. And they were so shocked that their prayers, number 1, are not being answered. And then number 2, they were shocked by the power that this root worker did not have. They didn't have it. Power is in reverse. They didn't have it. Wall is in reverse. Not only did they not have power, they didn't have protection. That's why this root worker pre-transitioned. And we have betrayal here. They feel betrayed by your intellect or your smarts or your intelligence. They feel betrayed because they feel like it's parts of you that you may not have mentioned. Why would you mention your protection to another person? Why? Oh, and I do that for protection. Now, why would you tell them that? That's none of your business. It's none of your concern. And some of you guys, you're not even fully aware as to how protected you are. That's for your protection, so that other people aren't aware. Does that make sense? Sometimes your gifts are hidden for you or from you for a reason. So that's a protection too. They were shocked by the powerless or the no power that this false root worker didn't have. So it became a shocker when they found out this person passed. I'm telling you, this person passed. It was a false root worker that thought they was this and that, and they weren't, and they passed. I'm telling you, man. A lot of people were shocked by this, but it was fated to happen. It was fated to happen because of what this person was doing. Damn. And now we got the body, which is in reverse. Now the fear is coming in. Now the paranoia is setting in because they don't know. And my next is this going to happen? Like, Spirit, you listen, okay, we got community here. Community could be family, friends, ex-lover, whatever, however. The fantasy is no longer a fantasy. It's now a reality, baby. I'm hearing the ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. That's what I'm hearing. This karma is picking up speed, endurance. It's picking up endurance. Wow. Well, you gonna see. You gonna see. Yeah. You gonna see. You gonna see for yourself. You gonna get strong confirmation. Hey girl, hey such and such, hey collective, how you doing? And you know, it's been a long time since we talked, and I just wanted to catch up with you. And you know, I'm down right now, and I need some help. And I was wondering if you no. First off, the number you have reached is no longer in service. Please try again later. The number you have dialed is disconnected. So I don't. Okay, look, they're going to try to be on a rebound because they are paranoid. You hear me? They're trying to be on a rebound because they paranoid. Yeah. They don't want you to know that they're paranoid because they don't want you to know about the root worker that they were connected to. They don't want you to know about any of that because it puts them in the hot seat. And no one likes a funky hot seat. Nobody likes a funky hot seat, you know? When I tell you spirit is on point, you hear me? Look, it's a penny pension and light bulb moment. Yes, you are receiving the light bulb moment that, oh, yeah, okay. That meant you're able to put all the pieces together because you were considered the black sheep within the group. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, spirit, okay? With the receipts, do you hear me in spirit, huh? With the receipts, because they looked at you as the black sheep or someone that's different or someone's odd. Somebody eating beef lo mein or beef fried rice. Every time I come on here, somebody be eating that, not, you know, somebody love them some Chinese food, child. Oh, Lord. You love you some Chinese food. I know that's right. Somebody love Chinese food every time I come on here. So we have spiritually woke. So their penny pension, because you had the light bulb moment. They're penny pension because they gave all their money to this person, but this person pre-transition, so they're not here. So now you're having the light bulb moment or the sudden realization in regards to the receipts as to how they treated you. Yeah, they treated you really, really odd here, and it spiritually like awakened you, or you woke up to now you're able to lift off. Yeah, this is not enough. They ain't gonna be able to get out of this, child. All them prayers and all them trying to be good for a couple days or a couple weeks, it's not working, boo. They saw what happened to this root worker and they are afraid. They saw. That's why they decided to disperse and, oh, we on our own, and don't call me and don't text me and don't that, because they knew, yeah, light bulb moment. The light bulb moment for you was going to come. To be honest, yes, Ben says on Instagram, beef lo mein is fire. I agree with you. I feel like it's the least like it's underrated. I feel like beef lo mein is underrated, and I feel like it should be on top. I think it's the best. I think it's better than shrimp, but that's just me. But it is good though. So, oh man, now you got me want me some beef lo mein. Yeah, player from the Himalayas. They thought they could play you like a Nintendo or a GameCube 64 or a Sega. You know, they thought that they can play you. They thought they could play like a Game Boy, you know? No, they played themselves. They played themselves. It do sound good, cool karma. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm about to give me some Chinese food. I don't want to eat Chinese today. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. No, it do sound good. All right, let's see. Yeah, we have squad. Yeah, long haul. The squad was again the friends, co-workers, whatever, group of individuals, take it how it resonates, family, whatever, however. Yeah, they squad up on you. They came up against you and they thought they had you, but they did not with time in reverse. They did not. They have no time. No time left. Oh wow. Ew. So we have chained and then there's lust. So they were chained to lust. So sleeping around, not protecting themselves. You could have found this out with SOS. You were the detective, or you are the detective when it comes to your life, which I highly, highly advise you guys to be. You should be the detective in your life. But then skirt came up. Skirt, like skirt. Like try again. So this came up, skirt. And it basically means like running away or escaping. So maybe you did that. Maybe you got away. Maybe you escaped. Once you put your detective hats on or glasses on, and it became in this way, it could became SOS to where you ask for guidance or you ask for the truth. Maybe you did a truth spell, but whatever you did or whatever you stated, it came true because you're able to see it in the way that you needed to see it. I may get some flack for this, but I don't care. You really have to be careful in regards to root workers and readers of such. Not every reader is good or have good intentions. Use your discernment. And if you can't ask like questions or certain questions or whatever, or they try to redirect it, always use your discernment. Because this was a false root worker here that came up against you, that thought that they were reading up on you, and they weren't reading anything about you, because if they knew, they would have never done this. They would have gotten a warning to not do this. So that's how I knew this person was not real. They were absolutely fake. And hey, that's what it is. You are high vibing. Yeah. And you're always going to be high vibing. Well, of course, that's up to you. But I encourage you guys to always stay on the high vibing side of things. And yeah, this is just, all I can say is that they were very, very, very shocked by the blowback of this spell work here. They were shocked. And they were shocked that this person pre-transitioned. It says karma. It also says burden of tears. Message to pass on, and they're educated about this. Who don't hear will feel. Who don't hear will feel. Let me say that one more time. Who don't hear will always feel. Now it's time for them to feel. They thought they was crying over this person that pre-transition out. Oh, they have no idea, boo. They have no idea. Forgiveness is in reverse. AB. Anger. They're angry that they're in this space. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Boop, boop. The next stop, Karmicville. This is a southbound express train to Karmicville. All aboard! Get your ass on that damn train, heifer. Get over there. That's where you belong, heifer. But I don't want to. Well, we don't care what you don't want to do, okay? Somebody could be reminiscing about Toys R Us because I'm hearing I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Were you a Toys R Us kid? Remember Toys R Us and KB Toys? Somebody reminiscing or have nostalgia surrounding that, because that's what I saw. So we got healing in reverse and we got strength in reverse. And then we also have longevity upright. So they don't have any strength and they don't have any healing powers to get themselves out of this. You're the only one that can remove this from them, and I highly advise you not to do that. I can't tell you what to do. I can just advise. I'll give you both the good and the negative, so you can't say, oh, you're hiding from. No, I'll tell you both sides. So it says healing in reverse and strength in reverse with longevity upright. If you allow them to stay in their karma here, well, they're going to learn to the point where, yeah, they just gonna learn, if you catch my drift. It's going to be very longevity into their bloodline or into their familial bloodline. So their family dynamic in the future and further and further and further. This is a big deal. Yeah. This is a big deal. If you do decide to help them, you will join them. You're going to lose your strength. You're going to lose your ranking. You're going to start to see things breaking down and falling around in life, and it's going to start to affect you, where it's going to start to affect you, where you start to lose things like your hair and your teeth and, you know, your skin. Yeah, I'm going to give you both sides. I would never tell you a lie. So that's up to you. You decide what you want to do. Okay? Because remember, they need your energy, and you're the only one with the energy. I'll break it down even further. You're the only one with the energy. So they need you. You don't need them. They're coming back towards you to, oh, yeah, I can't, and that's all sob story, okay? Tell them to call Justin Timberlake and sing the hook of Cry Me a River, okay? Yeah. Call Justin Timberlake and let him sing that part for you. Cry me, with the violin. Yeah. Oh man, my stomach, man. Y'all crack me up, child. We got energy here, child, and I'm gonna end it with that energy. So we have Aries, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Virgo. And this one is Pisces. Take it how it resonates, okay? So we have Leo. If anytime anybody tell you to, they give you an ultimatum in regards to you choosing them or you better choose you. And you bet not choose them. Any ultimatum that anybody ever give to you at any point in time in life, always choose you. We don't care about them. You ain't gonna give me no ultimatum when it comes to me, because I'm always gonna choose me. Make sure you always choose you, okay? We have Capricorn. We have Sagittarius. Virgo. Always choose you. Always. Always. Libra. Aquarius. Taurus. Let me get you up here, out of here. Okay. And Cancer. Okay? So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you guys. I was reading through the comments yesterday when I had some downtime, and I saw that you guys have grabbed the book, so it's truly appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. Love, love, love to you guys. You can still grab your copy. It is on Amazon. The book is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds, okay? Wisdom Beyond Wounds. All right, I'm not going to save this live on Instagram and Facebook. If you would like to rewatch the live from today, you're going to have to watch it on YouTube, okay? So make sure you follow me on all of my channels. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your immense support when it comes to, you know, anything that is placed out in front of you guys. It is truly appreciated. I love, love, love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. My voice all cracking. Okay, I need some water. I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. See you later. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, moderators. Truly appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for assisting me. Thank you for keeping the room very light. I truly appreciate it. And also thank you to my actual community as well, too. Y'all are truly appreciated. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for the gifts as well. Thank you.